Arturo Dark Knight. He's one of our best listeners. Oh, UV.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
And welcome everyone to another Reality Skewed Gamers Wednesday live stream. I hope everyone is having a great Christmas, and I hope that the volume is okay now. I just saw the chat. It's like, volume is like, there's no sound. There's no sound. What's going on? There's no sound. I don't know what's going on. I was working on some of the setup there, and I figured out what was the issue before we got started. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Festivus, Happy Life Day, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa. Anything that you guys are celebrating, hope that you all are having a great Wednesday and Christmas Day. And I am joined by a different group of people than you guys typically recognize. Look at this, there's new people all over here. Not our typical Wednesday crew, but still faces that you recognize. So right over here, we have Mr. Grim the Mechanic.
I don't even know who that is. That is.
Nobody knows who Grim the Mechanic is. And then, of course, the most
Sorry, it
festive
shows different on my screen.
Yeah, I know. That's why. You don't have to worry about it. I'm pointing at random people on your screen, but I know who I'm pointing to. But down here, she is the most festive of us all. The one with a wreathed out Kylo, a tree in the back, a fleece Navidad hat, the lovely Miss Ouchie Dumpling.
Gotta unmute myself.
Yeah.
What's up? Happy Life Day, everybody.
And happy
Kylo
life
is filled with holiday cheer.
He is. Did he? Was
Also,
he?
the power of the holidays.
He even has a little K for Kylo Christmas stocking.
Did he get Cole? He was kind of bad.
Nope.
He's been kind of bad this year, Ouchie.
No spoilers. Don't get me talking about it.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
even going back to episode 8. Even going back to episode 8, he's been kind of a bad boy.
He was kind of nice. He was also kind of nice.
He was kind of nice, but he also had some bad moments there. Just saying, he had some bad.
He's just conflicted.
He
was
is
confused and conflicted, but now look at him. He's fine.
He's all Christmased out. So welcome everyone again, and I need to make sure I tag everyone in Discord so they don't get mad, because we need to make sure everyone knows that we are live, because it is Christmas, so not everyone knows. So I'm tagging everyone with the SWGOH notification tag that has it right now, so you guys know that we're live. So we are going to be doing our usual show just like normal, plus we'll have some other fun stuff here, and let's go ahead and start out with our usual stuff. So first off, if you guys would like to support us, instead of our typical Vader's Cup of Plenty, we have right over here Baby Yoda's Sippy Cup of Plenty. Because I am running the stream and there isn't a ranger, so there you go.
Lord.
Is Baby Yoda's Sippy Cup of Plenty. So if you guys donate, it'll fill up his sippy cup, which is just like a little glass. And it can potentially explode as well. Same deal as normal people. So if you guys donate bits, if you guys donate anything into Super Chat, everything's right over there. Plus, if we get enough, you know the deal. $20.01. It triggers the pickles, but also it triggers the wheel of commercials. No. There you go. Wheel of commercials. So you guys can get your lovely wheel of commercials there as well. So you guys can pick if you donate $20.01, or we can also just spin the wheel to get it. Yes, it's
You okay there, Finn? You sure
No.
you didn't have a little too much of the spiked eggnog today?
Yeah, I think
no
so.
comment. No comment. Let me get some more water here.
Or vodka.
And thank you, Dr. Gonzo, for donating 25 bits. We are going to see those bits come into the lovely Baby Yoda's sippy cup
Will
of plenty
Ouchie
here.
dance for us? No. Why would I do that?
Aw, Baby Yoda's little sippy cup of plenty is filling up with little unicorns. They're filling up with little unicorns. Aw, he has such a cute little sippy cup.
That is pretty cute.
There you go. So there's Baby
Aw.
Yoda's little sippy cup of plenty. So let's go ahead and start with our usual stuff as well. We do have our Twitter questions, so you guys can head on to our Twitter page. It's twitter.com/RealitySkewedGamers, but no vowels in the skewed and gamers. So it's reality SKWDGMRS. Head over there. We have our question of the night, which we will read the responses for at the end of today. And it is, what will you remember most about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes from 2019? Good, bad, and anything in between. It doesn't matter. What will you remember most about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes in 2019? And we are going to do some talk about that and discuss that as well. So we'll have a little bit of precursor into all of that. But still, let me remove the wheel so you guys aren't staring at a wheel. Let's bring back Ouchie on the screen because you know you all love Ouchie. So yeah, let's make Ouchie bigger. Here, hold on. Let's get a bigger Ouchie. Here we go. There we go. There's big Ouchie. Okay, fine. No more big Ouchie.
No, it's fine. Do
There you
whatever.
go. There was a big Ouchie. I know Minato would want that. I'm just saying. He would be mad if I did not do that, so I had to. There would be a lot of anger from him if I didn't do that, so I have to. So make sure you head on to our Twitter page, put in those responses. And thank you very much, Skywalker Vader. Just donated $5.49 Canadian, said happy holidays. Thanks, RSG, for being you. Well, we are us, and why are we us? Because we love our pickles. That's right. We are the most
Thanks,
pickle
Skywalker Vader.
enthusiastic gaming community there is anywhere. So much so that you guys got us ye old yodeling pickle. And I don't think we would be starting out a Christmas stream correctly without the yodel. So everyone, if you have your pickles, get your pickles out. It is time for the yodel. There we go. We are starting out with the pickle hype this Wednesday, and we are going to start jumping into Galaxy of Heroes stuff. But first, I know what you guys want. You guys want your shout-out word to get everything going. And today's shout-out word is pretty simple, actually. You guys know what it's going to be. Do you? Do you know what today's shout-out word is going to be, Ouchie? Can you guess?
Mistletoe?
Mm-mm. It's. I'll give you a hint. It's actually going to be
That's
two
a good
words.
one.
It's actually going to be two
Bah
words.
humbug?
No.
I'm joking.
2 words.
And it
Baby
truly embrace. It's going to truly embrace the meaning of this time. So nothing says Christmas better than Santa Durgan. So today's shout out word
Oh.
is Santa Durgan. SANTA
for ya.
space DURGUN. Santa Durgan. That is the shout out word of the day. I'm typing it in the chat too. It is Santa Durgan. Get Santa Durgan in the chat, people, because that is how we celebrate Christmas here with RSG. The awesome Durgan. Just he's hilarious. If you guys didn't check him out when we do Human Fall Flat on Twitch. But our shout out word of the day is Santa Durgan.
Santa Durgan's been downing the rum cake lately, apparently.
Well, I mean, I would expect nothing less from Santa Durgan. Just saying. I would not expect anything else from him. So get those Santa Durgans in the chat. We will do the shout out list here in a little bit. But first, what I want to do instead in the opening, we don't. Ouchie, do you want to do our shout out word of the day or our shout out word of the day shout outs later? Okay.
Sure.
But first, what I'm going to do is something a little bit different. We are coming to the end of the year. So I'm going to get a little mushy here, but I'm going to switch over to this really quick. We wanted, first off, from RSG to thank every single one of our patrons, every single one of our YouTube members, every single one of our Twitch subscribers. All of you have made this an awesome year for us. We started out this year kind of in our 2019 campaign as we were going to the April run for the American Cancer Society, and we were I think somewhere in the neighborhood of around 7,000 or something on our goal to 10,000. And then you guys, when we did our March streams, just kind of blew everything out of the water. We got our new record of 16,000 for the American Cancer Society. We now have a goal of 17,500, and you guys can see it on the screen right now. We're already over 16,000 towards our goal, towards 17,500. So we're only 1,500 away from our goal that we're hoping to hit by April. And none of this would be possible without all of the names that you are seeing on the screen right now. All of them are YouTube subscribers, Twitch subscribers, or YouTube members, I should say, because they keep changing the name. YouTube members, Twitch subscribers, our Patreons. I separated out, of course, the gold VIPs who go above and beyond for us to such a huge amount. We can't be more appreciative of everything you guys have helped us accomplish this year. When we look back on this year, the biggest thing we were able to do was the trip to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, where we were able to spend the better part of a day with these kids. I know that the first half of the stream didn't have any of the kids, but the nurses and everything were working hard and trying to give them the treatments. But then they were able to come in, and those last few hours were some of the most memorable we have had as being part of RSG. And none of that would be possible without all of you guys, whether it's supporting us just by watching, whether it's the financial support and making some of these trips and stuff possible. We want to give a special shout out to all of you guys. So I know normally we save this for later, but I am going to go ahead and start by reading out all of our VIP thanks right now to get this started. So we're going to start out with our gold VIPs. We have Chaos 13, Chopper BZ, Contingent 33, Darth Teflon, Dr. Feelgood, Fling Monkey Poo, Guzza Buzza, Colesin, Matthew M. Thomas, Maz Kanata, Minato Namikaze, Moss Mike, ND Fox, Rose Taco, Shadowval, Slashman Road, Spider, and Strum. And then for our Patreon shoutouts, just for everyone that is a Patreon, we have Alux12, Bimasu, CBO97, Chaos 13, Chopper BZ, Commander Skywalker, Contingent 33, Darth Teflon, Darth Bob, Devil's Treasure, Dobby, Doc Ravage, Dr. Feelgood, DSP, Fling Monkey Poo, Guzza Buzza, Hogzilla, Hennessy, ANZGC, Ipu Spawns, JCBM, JT Tip, Just a Bum, Colesin, Kashmir, Matthew M. Thomas, Maz Kanata, Minato Namikaze, Monocourt 72, Moss Mike, ND Fox, Night War, Ouchie Dumpling, Posse, Rayrock, Riverboy 12, Rose Taco, Revenator, Sanely Red, Shadowval, Sith Lord, Slashfan Rose, Spaceman Tim, Spider, Strum, Suicide Squad, Teals, Walter Arnold, and Yuta. Then for our YouTube members, we have Bad Rongo, Bimasu, Clone Troop 211, Contingent 33, David McKinley, Devil's Treasure, Dexatronic, Dr. Feelgood, FCME, Gino, Guzza Buzza, I'm the Dad, Jacob Baxter, Jason Hommel, John Moran, Mai, Mark Gaza, Maz Kanata, Revenator, Sanely Red, Shadowval, Sean Ragnar, The Red Kelly, Van Road, Steve Nichols, Swuggo Gretchen, Teals, T-Money, Trask Revan, What Else 73, and Youngin. And then for our Twitch subscribers, Big Country Mags, CBO97, Cronus, Doc Ravage, Dr. Feelgood, Dr. Gonzo Wallbanger, Hogzilla, Ipu Bombs, Jedi Knight JAH, Colesin, Maz Kanata, Ouchie, Revenator, Sanely Red, Slashman Road, Stormin Mormon V2, aka Paul from the Escape Podcast, Strom72, Teals the Smurf, The Amped Up Gamer, and Ugnati. So once again, thank you all for being such great supporters for us. None of what we do would be possible without that. And so we want to give a big shout out to you guys right off the bat here for being such great supporters. So with that, let's get off all the sentimental stuff before I get all overly mushy.
You can get overly mushy.
No, I don't want to be
Sweet.
over.
That was beautiful, man.
I don't want to be overly mushy. Yeah, there's no benefit to a mushy fin. That's because then I'll just be You need structure. You need structure. Haha. See, this is what happens when Ranger isn't gone. The whole stream's gonna get mushy. Okay, so let's talk about. First off, let's jump into the news of the week, and we'll kind of go around the corn here with the team, and talk about some of the stuff that's been going on. And it's been kind of a quiet week, but there were some things of note. So let's go ahead and start with the fact that they posted that Galactic Legends was not going to be in the game in December. So we know that there is going to be a Galactic Ray and a Galactic Kylo. We don't have any of the real requirements yet. We only have one character kind of listed in that, so we don't really know much about that. However, it is going to be coming to the game, but nothing yet. So, curious what everyone thinks. Let's start with Miss Aoki. Let's let ladies go first. What do you think about the fact that Galactic Legends are not coming in this month?
I have no idea. I'm maybe hoping that the how do I say this without spoiling stuff? That perhaps the picture of this individual is just a placeholder, and that maybe we might be getting a different version of this guy.
Yeah,
for the Galactic Legends thing.
that's
the only
quite
thing
possible.
I have a thought of.
I'm gonna say trailers are no longer considered spoiler, and there is the red mask version, right? That may show up. So potentially, and if you see the movie, you'll know what we say when we say this. There's probably more than one version of Kylo that could potentially be introduced as a result of this movie. But there is the red mask version, which would be pretty cool. But what do you think, Grim? What do you think overall about them not introducing the Galactic Legends this month?
I think part of it is, of course, the holidays, and also like they don't quite want to spoil the movie for people that haven't seen it quite yet, that are like waiting until the beginning of the next year to go and watch it. And I mean, also, of course, there's going to be multiple versions of Kylo. I mean, we have 5 versions of his dad in the game. I mean, you need 5 versions of
oh God.
of Kylo Solo.
God, that would just be so much fun. Just try to figure out, work with somebody in GAC where you put a 5 Han team and you go against it with a 5 Kylo team and just see what happens.
That would be hilarious.
So the only thing I don't like about this, right, is they are clearly advertising the Galactic Legends, right? They even replaced the opening imaging to be the new Rey and Kylo basically fighting as part of the movie. If new people are coming into this game now, and they're downloading this game, and I know there's older versions of this, but then when you go and you see that there's a Galactic thing coming up, I think it would be beneficial for them to give a date to it. Like, I don't know why they're not putting a date to it, because I think the date would actually help them quite a bit to let players know that are coming in. Like, this is when the new one is coming. Start working on your roster. Start targeting this particular day. It seems like it's a better marketing plan for them to introduce a date for those two to try and keep the newer players. And obviously, they're focusing on the newer players, right? So, I'm surprised they didn't put a date to it. I'm not surprised that it's not coming this month, but I am surprised that they didn't put a bigger date to it. Any other thoughts on that, Grim, or just in general? And no, Yuta, it's not that Kylo is a spoiler. It's not the fact that he's a solo that's a spoiler. It's just when you go through the movie, right, some things have happened in the previous movies, some things are happening in this movie that potentially talking about what we might expect as part of this game, as a result of the movie, may be a spoiler. Now, to be fair, we always do a 2-week timer before we call off all spoilers. So next week, as we go into the new year, expect that the movie is going to be talked about. Telling you right now, we don't do more than 2 weeks for the spoilers of a movie. So, again, 2 weeks, we end our spoiler stoppage. right? And everything is going to be fair game regarding the Rise of Skywalker. So just be aware of that.
Yeah.
But just yeah. For now, we're not talking
But
about
yeah,
it because
I
there
mean-
are some details that may spoil things if we start talking.
Yeah. Even CG in their post about it said that they weren't going to reveal the actual names and pictures of them specifically because they didn't want to spoil it because things change.
I know you're
I'll-
having
I'll
fun,
leave it at
Utah.
that.
Utah, I know you're having fun, but I do have to clarify just so people know. Just say.
Yeah, this is SWGOH we're talking about. I
Yeah.
mean, what's fun?
Spoiler alert, Kylo is a solo. There you go, Utah. There you go. That's
dun,
that's
dun, dun.
That's a spoiler for The Force Awakens.
yeah, I know. Yeah. What the hell? What else 73? What the hell? He just wrote he'll tell everyone that Nest is a girl. That's just a just spoil that entire movie.
What else?
The whole movie is spoiled now. Thank you, What Else 73. You just spoiled the entire Han Solo movie. It's just gone. Like, that's the main thing about that movie. Guys are so silly. Okay, so that was one of the pieces of news that came out. Exactly, Bimasu. What the hell indeed, sir. So, that is one of the issues. Now, here is the other news that came out. This one, to me, is a little bit of a bigger piece because it is an ongoing problem that they don't seem to address or don't know how to address. There are missing shard rewards from territory battles. Ouchie, being one of them, is still missing watch shards. While this
like
is
26 of them.
And while this is still going on, they have released Lightside GOTB, and now people are missing Kiadi Mundi shards.
Well, I mean, like, seriously, are we really that surprised? Oh no, GOTB is broken. It's like a broken record, literally.
I don't know what it takes for them to fix this, though. Right? Because they're saying
I don't
how
think they
we
know
plan
how to
to
fix it.
address the issue when we return in the new year. Fine if this was Kiadi Mundi for the first time. The issue with Watt has been now 2 TBs old, Ouchie? I think it's 2 TBs old, right?
At least.
So this isn't a new issue. I think the fact that they're saying we will plan how to address this issue when we return in the new year is a little bit disingenuous. Because this has been going on for way longer than just this event. What are your thoughts, Ouchie, when you saw this particular post?
I shed a tear and I said, wow, I'm glad they're really putting this into a priority. I can't remember what TB it was. I'm going to look and see when the message that I sent to who do we even send these to? Mind Tricks? Let me see. I just pulled up Answers EA. It says we've closed some of our support channels so we can spend time with friends and family. Whoever I wrote to, they were just like, yeah, we know, we've got you on the list, but honestly, we don't know any idea of when you're going to be able to get those shards. That was basically the response I got. And I'm just trying to see if I can find.
It was at least in November, though. This wasn't a December issue. This was at least in November, and I want to say maybe it was even in October that you had this issue.
There were definitely people that had the problem before my guild did.
Yeah.
There's my inbox. Right, Mind Tricks. To be honest with you, I don't know at the moment. We're currently still investigating, and when we'll have updates, we'll post them here. Meanwhile, thank you for your patience. That was on November 20th. So people were having it.
What was the date?
Well. The response I got from Mind Tricks was on November 20th.
November 20, yeah. So it's been over a month at least for Ouchie, right? And Stalbot says, I took that as an FU, we're going on vacation, you might get your shards in February. I don't even think they're coming in February. I mean, look at their history, right, with some of these issues, and when they prolong it, what happens, right? We had the 600 bug that went on for like over a year. We had the Tebow stealth bug that went on for, I think, about a year as well. And they just kept on pushing it away because it didn't impact a lot of players necessarily. The 600 did, and eventually we ended up making a stink of it, and they fixed it, right? But one of the things that is funny, like if we look back in 2019, right, one of the things that happened that was really kind of eye-opening was Darth microtransaction. And the video that he put out showcasing the way that you could cheat in GAC. And them saying that they knew
Was
this
it Darth
bug
Micro
is...
that did that? I thought it was
Bulldog did... No, Bulldog did one too, but you remember Darth Micro did it first? And
oh, yeah, you're
Darth
right.
Micro did his first, and then CG was like, well, it would have been better if he had messaged us or something so that we would, but he went public and now everybody knew about it. Bulldog had one too, but Bulldog's was more about an APK hack versus Darth Micro that was an exploit about what you can do in the games with the modding and all of that. And so he did his, and CG, only after it became public did they actually do anything about it. And they said they've known about this for a while. Does that sound similar to what you're seeing in the post right up here? Seriously. We know that this has been going on for at least a month, right? And they're just pushing people off. So until people make a big stink out of it in public, nothing happens in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We've seen this with way too many things where literally you have to go out of your way to make a campaign about getting things fixed before they do anything. It took Darth microtransaction to get them to fix, at least partially, the exploit bug, which then caused them to go back and do like the different locking of the mods and stuff, which still doesn't work correctly, but it is what it is. Then you had Bulldog talking about APK hacking that finally got them to talk to the GG people, and now we have basically a battle log, right? This is the level of effort it takes. And then meanwhile, they ban people like Bulldog, who again, I think he went a little bit overboard with what he did, but I understand exactly why he did it. So, what Bulldog did served a purpose. Now, the repeated banning afterwards and stuff, all that's a little weird, but his thing actually, yeah. Did you see that, by the way? I'm gonna go off the rails here a little bit. Did you see that video that he posted? I think about the second time that not the second time, but like kind of like the real second time he got banned.
I don't remember. I might have. It's been a while.
He had a friend that had a way that you could do APK hacking. And it was going back to the whole concept that you APK hack with just putting in little variations on the speed and stuff, but not putting in like a major thing. Oh, thank you, Hennessy. Hennessy AZNGC just donated $10 Australian, said Merry Christmas from down under. I gotta say, down under. That's as much as I can get. Now, it's not Ranger. I have no accents. You're lucky there was even an attempt at Australian, Hennessy, because otherwise it would have been down under, and that's not the Australian at all. So, Merry Christmas from down under. Hope your sack was full. Well, yeah, it is the same hemisphere. It is.
It's closer.
They're kind of neighboring on the same ocean. They do have the common ocean there. So that's about as close as I could get. So, thank you very much, Hennessy. But, yeah, so the devs are kind of weird with what they do here. And, I mean, we can try and figure it out in terms of... he face bumped.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this seems to be a running thing with CG, is they just keep on doing the same thing over and over and over, and people still throw money at them, so it's not gonna change. You know?
Wait, okay. Hellenix is saying is Heinze. Which way is it? Because I believe you told us it was Hennessy, like the alcohol, and you put that alcohol in all of your images. So which way is it? Is it Heinze or is it Hennessy? You tell me. I will say it whichever way you want. I'm just saying.
Now we're all gonna wait with anticipation.
I
So
am.
is
I am
it
waiting.
like something cool like the alcohol, or like something
Oh, yeah.
well
Okay,
also
he
kind
is
of
saying
cool,
it's
like the
Heinzie.
ketchup?
So Heinzie it is. There we go.
All right.
I will say Heinzie.
Timestamp this. We can tell Ranger.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I don't know if she's here right now. It took Ranger a while to realize it wasn't Jaka BM. Then he said Jason BM. And then there's still B Rit that he was saying B right for a while. So yeah. So we'll eventually get Ranger turned around on these things. but it is true. CG is slow on the draw for these things. And unfortunately, the only thing I can tell you guys is, regardless of what they say, I have said this over and over again now, especially more recently, we have seen a drop off here in the quality of their communications. CG are habitual liars. Flat out. They are habitual liars. They've been worse this year than in the past. In the past, they've made mistakes. Again, how you handle your mistakes is more important than sometimes actually making sure the mistake doesn't happen in the first place. And with something like this, where there's coding and there's bound to be some kind of issues, mistakes are going to be happen. There's going to be bugs. There's going to be all kinds of things with the game. It's common with any kind of game. But their communication has been awful. Just flat out awful. They're constantly changing things on us, basically saying that everything they said in the past is a lie. They're trying to misdirect us repeatedly. They're trying to distract us. And it's just one thing after another where the communication has gone backwards a lot. And I see Nathan H posted it. He said, post-carry, they don't communicate. So, review of 2019 a little bit here. We got spoiled with carry.
Yeah, we did.
And I'm not even talking about decisions with the game, because Carrie also knows, if she decides that she still wants to listen at all, she knows that we had issues with some of her decisions as well. Never against Carrie the person. Carrie the person is just super sweet and nice. But
company decisions, not just her decisions.
The company, yeah. But whatever the case is, right? Being that she was and I'm going to get her title wrong again, so I'm just going to make it up, lead senior executive producer of awesomeness. Her some of the things that she decided on were sometimes things that we had issues with. But that's common with any kind of game. There were issues. The way we got spoiled was CG Carey was supposed to be behind the scenes executive producer, not really in the forefront. What happened is everyone went to CG Carey for communication, because she, unlike what's currently going on as CG, is taking ownership for what is being given to the community. So she was posting on
communicated.
She communicated.
Something the new guy needs to learn.
Well, it's all... Well, actually, I'm going to argue there a little bit with you.
To brush up on their communication skills.
Yes, but I am going to argue with you a little bit there, Grim. So hold on. So Carrie's position does not require communications. In fact, the way that... I hope I don't get his name wrong. Mark Dickinson, I believe is his name. The way that he is doing this game and managing it is the way that Carrie's position was originally defined. But the thing with Carrie is that Carrie decided to take a lot of the ownership on herself, and that's kind of what drove her crazy towards the end, when she said, like, and if you guys can go back and read her Twitter post, like, you can see the communication thing kind of drove her crazy, because she was much more front-facing than she was supposed to be, and that was kind of additional stress on her. And so Carrie did a great job with communication, because she was totally open and honest with all of the players in Twitter, whether we liked it or not. We kind of criticized the stuff about the $1,000 in order to start out, right? But honestly, the game was 3 years old before she left. I mean, it's not surprising that you would need $1,000. It also isn't surprising that they're looking to have continual income into the game. It's just she was giving us blunt information that otherwise we would not have had. And so some people had a weird misreaction to it.
Well, yeah, she was giving us the transparency that we as consumers direly needed. Because before she came along, I mean, we get what, maybe an update, if we were lucky, once a year, if that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so this is actually where I push back a little bit on you, Grim. I do not expect the new guy to have the level of communication that carried it. The person who is responsible is actually the person that's on the screen that made this post. And that is SB Crumb. The job of the community manager is the one to make the posts. It has always supposed to be like that, but the community managers have not done a great job to try and increase communication, right? We have seen this with Cozy Spoon. We saw that later with EA Jesse, and now we're seeing it with SB Crumb. And although, again, same thing. We've talked to Crumb the Person. Crumb the Person is a really nice guy, and he's been on our stream for like the charity streams and stuff, and Crumb the Person, we had no issue with whatsoever. Crumb the community manager is a different issue.
Yeah, I think it's with Crumb, it's more he's got his hands tied than anything else. Like his higher ups are telling him, you can only say this, nothing more.
Maybe.
You know, that type of stuff.
But let's look at what the communication has been, right? And I know some of you guys may disagree, and if you guys want to disagree, I'm perfectly okay with it. Again, just be constructive with any of your criticisms if you disagree with any one of us about anything we say. I wish it would stop the Q&As altogether, because I think the Q&As are a complete waste of time the way that they do it. They have selective question picking. They could do these questions ahead of time and just post all of the Q&A at once if they really wanted to answer it. But to have players on a forum waiting to find edited posts is maybe the most ridiculous way to do a Q&A. It's not the fact that they're answering questions, which first off, they don't really answer them. That's a whole separate issue. But the way that they even do the Q&A is ridiculous. And that's why we ended up doing our own kind of like mock version of it, because their Q&A is not what a question and answer session should be. It should be like them answering questions in some kind of live forum, even if it is hand-picked questions. It needs to be in a more live setting, because it's not a live Q&A.
Yeah, like
if you're doing it asynchronously with posting and editing posts and trying to find where those edits come. Because that's one of the most ridiculous things, like looking at the timer for when Crumb edited a post to figure out whether or not something new came.
Yeah, and like the last one, dude, it was like all, you know, Bob Ross interview hour.
Yeah.
Except Bob Ross wasn't there.
Yeah. And I feel bad for Raging Spaniard. There are... So, I went back and read some of those, right? The art questions are not necessarily bad. The problem is being tone deaf with what was going on in the community at that time.
I'm not criticizing the dude's artwork. The dude does an amazing job with the artwork. It's just, we went into that Q&A expecting answers for stuff other than art. You know, in-game mechanics and stuff that wasn't working, not how Han Solo, or they changed the look of Anakin Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just unfortunate the way that they've been handling some of the communication, and that is why I have said on this stream, and in some of the other places, I wish they would just stop the communication. Because at this point, everything they say is basically a lie, or is intended to mislead, right? You can see, again, with this post that we have up here, they're saying it as if this is a new issue that they're now looking to wait until the holidays are done in order to resolve. This has been going on for more than a month. This is, I'm pretty sure it's been going on for longer, but it's actually more than a month that this has been going on, minimum. And they're saying that we're going to address this after the new year as if this is something new and they need to discuss it. If that is the case, shame on them, because this has been going on for a year. You have players missing shards for a character that's actually pretty good even at unlock in Wat Tambor. You're screwing up people's ability to unlock that character, gear him, use him in GAC, when you actually have PvP-oriented things where this character could come in, and they're not really doing anything with it. So CG honestly needs to just stop some of these communications. This post should have just said, we know that territory battles are still missing rewards, we will deal with it later, and just end it. Because they're not giving us any, like, trying to, like, sugarcoat this in some kind of way is just lying to the fact that this has been going on for over a month. Or just literally say, we don't care about these shards at this point. We'll try to prevent it in the future. But players that are missing shards in the past, just that's what happens, and that's it.
We're aware of the problem. Please leave a message after the beep.
Yep.
Beep.
They should actually type that. You know what? I want to see that as an actual post. That's what, you know what? Cozy Spoon would have actually done that.
We're sorry, the developers aren't here to answer your question. We are aware of your problems as this, and this are down at the moment, but nothing's going to be happening until the end of the holidays. If you would like to submit a complaint or discrepancy, please contact support.
Oh, I wonder if I can do that. Hold on. Let's see.
You know what's scary is that's probably exactly what they'd say, too.
Welcome to the CG Capital Games answering service. We are not here right now due to the holidays. Please leave a message after the beep. If this is regarding any kind of bug in the game, please wail harder and then try again. Thank you very much, and we'll see you after the holidays. There you go.
Yes.
There we go. We have our recording. We have our CG recording right there.
That's perfect.
All right. So that is kind of where we are right now with regards to anything happening in game. Those are the only two kind of issues that are pending because, you know, this is the holidays. There's nothing new really happening. If you go in game, these holiday packs or whatever are just horrendous. Like, I mean, maybe the $9.99 ones are worth it, but some of this other stuff, I mean, if you really want to buy it, that's fine. It's just, it's literally them saying, ho, 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 Merry Christmas, give us your money. Like,
Spend all those gift cards that you just got in your stockings here in our game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's God. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what else to make of these like bundles and stuff. I still think the Hyperdrive bundle is okay, but the rest of them, I mean, maybe they have some value, but I wouldn't bother spending on these. I mean, this is a lot. I would rather focus on shards and stuff that you guys need.
I mean, I don't blame them for putting these packs up. I mean, when you think about it, it's marketing. People get, money during the holidays. Let's try to get them to spend it in our game.
Well, I'll tell you what the good thing is. It's if you go to the crystals and the 25% bonus on the chest and the box. I don't know why they didn't put it on the vault. That's the only question I have. Like, the spenders will buy vaults. If you put 25% bonus crystals on a vault, you would have a lot more people buying the vaults. Like, I don't understand why they sometimes miss this out. Because they know full well that they're trying to milk all of the whales at this point. Why would you not put 25% bonus crystals on a vault? Like, I can't figure them out sometimes.
Maybe
with
more
their strategy.
people buy the smaller one.
But why not put the option for everything? Like, why do they only have it for the $20 pack and the $10 pack? Like, I don't understand why they don't even have the option. Like, how much does it take for them to code an additional 25% on a crate and a vault so that if there were whales that wanted to get it, they could just go ahead and buy it? What's the downfall for them? Yeah, I know, Bimasu. I know that the bonus crystal packs are currently better than the vault. My question is, why don't they put it on the vault and the crate as well? If people wanted to buy their shards, why are you stopping them from spending $100 and forcing them to do it with the 20?
I don't know. Seriously, though, I bet you more people buy the $20 pack than people buy the vaults. They gotta have some dude doing the accounting and stuff back there, figuring out which one is the best one to put it on.
And Doc Diggler is saying, like, they're after the Christmas cards, which I understand. I understand that the gift cards are worth it, but that still doesn't explain why they don't just put it on all of the packs that they have and just restricted it to the 2. I'm not saying to not have it on these 2, but why would you not put it on every single one? Because there will be some people, I will tell you right now, because the crystals per dollar are so good, even with these 25% bonus on the smaller amounts, there would be somebody that would get every single one. Because the value is still better than a vault. And so somebody, there would have been whales that spent 100, 150, 170, 180, 185, $187 to get every single 25% bonus if you could only get these once. And I'm sure there's a limit on getting this once. No. Yes, your purchase has been canceled. I'm not buying that crap.
Finn's almost wailing on stream right now.
Yeah, no, the credit card on here is expired, so it's not going to matter. I have an old credit card attached to my Google Play, so I can't buy it. I have restricted myself. But yeah, so
That's smart.
I don't understand. Perlene Wood said, didn't they give Christmas presents? Hold on. They didn't give Christmas presents. Are we getting out? I'm not sure I understand what the question is there, Perlene. If you're asking if they didn't give us Christmas presents, yes. They did not give us Christmas presents, and in fact, they gave us things to buy.
Well, yeah, their version of Christmas
they want to
presents
take our
this year
Christmas
are
presents.
the FIFA Christmas presents, which are spend more money.
Yeah. So Ray Rock, you make an interesting point there. And so let's start talking about it. We're on to now. Let's play a commercial here, and then when we come back, we will talk about everything that happened in 2019. We'll kind of go around the horn, talk about the good stuff, the bad stuff, everything in between. And Ray Rock, what you said is actually pretty important, so we'll talk about that here too. But being that it's winter time, let's celebrate with a winterish commercial here for all of you guys.
Veers and Snowtrooper, that's where you get your crit chance and your crit damage. So they're like this cute little couple, this Hoth couple.
And there you go. One of our original movie trailers, the Hoth couple. During this
Been a while
nice
since I saw that one.
Yeah. It's one of our it's our the other one was the Geos. I need to add that one into our thing because I made the Geonosis movie trailer. That one was fun, but that one is more dramatic. It is a dramatic movie screening. But let's go back to talking about what. So Ray Rock said something interesting, and we'll start with Ouchie to kind of reflect on the 2019 that she remembers with Galaxy of Heroes. Hey DSP. So the question, or the comment Ray Rock said is that people continue to drop money into the game even after CG continues to foobar in the game, and that is true. However, since it's funny, some of the trigger points here. Since the fact that Gas came out 2 months after his original release, I have not seen as many whales as I have coming out and saying that they are not going to spend anymore. Because they feel like their money is not as important. So, it's actually interesting what's happening in the game right now. Let's go over to Miss Ouchie.
Yeah.
She's making the Zoolander face. Okay. So Ouchie, let's start with the good. We'll start with one good and kind of go around. What can you remember about this year in Galaxy of Heroes that was a good thing?
I don't know, Finn.
Really? Nothing? I don't know. Maybe you joined another awesome guild with your alt. I'm just saying that may be a good. Yeah.
Oh, I did. My alt flew the coop. Got out of the little comfy nest of the guild that I run, and she broke free. She went around to several guilds. I think that was actually an interesting thing. My alt got to be in about 4 or 5 different guilds. And that was interesting. This isn't a good or a bad thing about SWGOH this year, but it was definitely an interesting experience to see how other people run things and what works and what doesn't. And some guilds that I thought were, you know, put together with a lot of active people actually weren't. So that was interesting. And I, picked up some ideas from my guild, but mostly I was just like, my guild's pretty okay. But now she rests in RSG Psi with Finn and Hideous and Kalessin.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to get Maz in there. Come on, Maz.
Grim, what about you?
Oh man.
Do you need
have
time?
to think about this one.
Okay, I'll give you time.
I don't know. I guess. I mean, Dark Side GOTB. I have to say that I actually enjoy the Dark Side version of GOTB. The rewards are good. The fights aren't exactly easy, so it's a relatively decent challenge, but not like stupid like Light Side GOTB. But you get some good characters from it, But I don't know, I'll have to think about some other stuff,
I think Dark Side GOTB is pretty good, and one of the things that I thought was good along with it is I kind of worked on, it let guilds not only do whatever level of difficulty, but some could really pull together and work to kind of make the stars, just try to squeeze every last star out of that, even though you can't finish all, the phases and everything. It was fun when I was putting that together about, holding back certain zones and stuff. That was actually fun too. So I'm going to agree with you.
I'll say that the good for me came, well, the main one that I can think of actually came closer to the end of the year, and that was the journey guide and the moving of a bunch of events to become permanent for newer players. I thought the journey guide was great. I think the ability for you to be able to see more visually in game where you are with a lot of these events is awesome. It's weird how they're working with SWGOH.GG with a lot of this. They're giving GG the ability to create stuff that they need help with, but they're also using the stuff that GG already developed and implementing it into the game, like the mod filters and all of that, right? They're including that in the game based on basically everything GG did. But the journey guide, I think, is awesome. I think it's a great way to get new players engaged. I think veteran players have a good way of checking to see whether or not they're ready for some of the events like gas, more visually in game by listing what the required and recommended like different levels were, and then being able to see exactly where you need to go with that. So that's where I
agree with you on that one. The journey guide, I think, is a step in the right direction. I mean, yeah, being able to see what characters you need and if they're ready for them for an event like that, for like all of these, that's so nice to have.
All right.
Ooh, Bimasu's got a good one. Relics. Although it wasn't fun, but it does help balance the characters. I think that was actually a good thing too, because it let people pick more of their favorite characters, like Jedi Consular. for instance. You know,
Hint, hint.
you could invest in something that you just had a little, a little thing for, a character that might not have been meta, and you could, make it part of a meta and use it. So I think that's good too.
All right, so we are going to do a compliment sandwich here, but unlike any other compliment sandwich, it's going to be like a quadruple stuffed Oreo. So the middle part is not going to be pleasant here. So here we go. Let's talk about all the things we didn't like. We are festivusing up the middle of this compliment sandwich.
I don't know if we have enough time in tonight's live stream for that. I
Well,
mean,
we'll go around.
there's more than 12 hours worth of bad stuff, man.
Well, I'll jump off and start exactly where Bimasu left off. So I think relics are good. I said it when they came out, right? That I thought that they were going to do a really good job of balancing out the characters. However, they only do that when you hit Relic 7. So one of my big negatives for this year was the timing in which they released Relics. I think Relics would have been a much bigger success with the player base if they had waited for about 3 months after they released it. Because I think they released it too early. I think there was too much of a struggle already with players getting to Gear 13. They didn't put enough time between getting to Gear 13 and then adding the relics. So, to me, I think this was a big downfall for Galaxy of Heroes, where I think they had a great system here with relics. They released it too early and destroyed their own momentum with the player base.
Yeah, I think relics are a double-edged sword. And it's nice when you have them, but if you don't, you're screwed. You know, it kind of split the player base when you think about it, because now you have the haves that have the stuff and relics, and then you have the have-nots that can't even touch dudes that have relic characters.
Yeah. All right. Grim, what do you think? What would be one of your negatives? We'll have several negatives, I have a feeling.
I'll pull out the biggest negative of this year. We lost Carrie.
I think that's one that
Bungie gained an awesome person, but we lost Carrie. That was the boon that we had for the year.
Mm-hmm. You're just upset that she's selling all of her consoles, aren't you?
No, I think I talked her into holding on to a couple of them.
No, I think that definitely was a big impact on the community.
You know, we lost a valuable asset for the community when we lost Carrie. You know, as you can tell, we're getting hardly any communication other than, the canned replies.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right. And Ouchie, what would be maybe your biggest negative of the year?
A light side GOTB. What a disaster. Because we knew it was coming. This is a problem, right? We knew it was coming. We knew the characters that we should work on to prepare for it, clones and Padme and all that stuff. And we had plenty of time to prepare because we knew it was coming, and then it dropped, and we're like, there's no amount of preparing. There's nothing. We cannot do anything. And then it was broken, right? And then they pulled it and restarted it, and then just keep making us do it over and over again, even though they admitted that it is not doable right now. People are getting full Relic 7 squads of things just obliterated. Getting 1 or 2 waves. It's poo. And that's why I'm proud to say I went to Hoth in the last light side TV, and it was fun.
All right. Can you guys think of anything positive again if we go around? Anything else that you liked? There is one that I will say. It also has a slight negative associated with it.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I can think of one, but it's also a negative as well.
Oh, go for it, Grim.
Yeah, we got Hux, and he was awesome, and then they nerfed him.
I was actually going to go with Padme. I was sad that she wasn't midriff. That would be my negative. But I think Padme was a great introduction into the game, in terms of a character that helped against a lot of the power creep that was going on in this game. She was a solid counter against Darth Revan without having the need to farm as much as you needed to for Malik and now Gas. Padme is still viable in a lot of the different areas in this game. So I think the way that they handled Galactic Republic in particular was awesome. That would be another positive from my end. Ouchie, anything you can think of?
I'm just realizing that you were still making us say positive things, and I just wanted to jump right onto the thing I didn't like.
Okay, go to the negative.
That's why I said light side GOTB.
Oh, I know. After you finished negative, I went back to positive.
Oh, well, you're confusing me, Finn.
We're going back and forth. We're going back and forth between positive and negative.
Lady.
It helps it helps to not be overly negative. So we want to go back and forth.
So what am I doing now?
If you have a positive, otherwise you can go to a negative.
I will definitely agree. Padme is she unseated Night Sisters as my favorite team. Because Night Sisters had been my favorite since they brought like Spirit, but even actually before that, those reworks where Spirit came out and stuff. But still such a fun team to play, and I lucked out that I could do it on both my accounts. So and use her in Arena because I don't even have Darth Revan or Malik. So I'm going to just tag along with yours and say Padme is really good. Galactic Republic is really good.
Okay. So I'm going to address something that our friend Minnie Mouse is saying in chat. So Minato. So he's saying CG Carry was responsible for some of the biggest power creep in this game and some of the biggest crash grabs. So I will address that, and then I'll leave it to you guys to address that too. So Minato, I do not disagree with you. We saw some of the biggest power creep between Darth Traya, Jedi Knight Revan, and Darth Revan. And actually more so Darth Revan plus Malik. Those were the biggest power creep jumps in this game, bar none. It definitely hurt the game to a great extent. Now, here is where I will push back a little bit on you. Carry, while there was a lot of power creep, right, and while there was a lot of cash grab, there was some predictability in what she was doing. There was definitely some predictability in what she was doing. And so I think that while it wasn't great, there were definitely issues. And like I said before, I don't think that Carrie, the lead executive producer, was without any faults with where the game is today. However, we've said all of this and we talked about the power creep and everything at the time. I think that the power creep there was not bad except for those three in particular. I know you're mentioning some of the stuff like Grievous and Anakin and Night Sisters. Night Sisters really weren't that terrible, to be honest. It was really the rework to Zombie that really changed things, and there's still plenty of teams that countered her. And very quickly after that rework too. Grievous and Anakin were fine, but that was mainly Relics that kind of screwed everything up. And again, this goes back to my issue with Relics. You can blame that on whoever. I know that was largely probably Carrie based on the timing. I think Relics were released too early, but I don't know if that was her that released it too early or whether the new producer came in and then changed it and made it too early. That's hard to say. Development of Relics was definitely on Carrie's watch. Whether anything got accelerated, hard to tell.
Well, the thing is, though, another thing is CG Carrier, as we used to know her, Carrie, it wasn't entirely her say in the matters of this stuff, because she did have higher ups that she answered to. You know, if they didn't want something to happen, they'd tell her not to make it happen. So, I mean, it's not entirely her fault.
Yeah, to some extent. But I think a lot of the direction of the game I will put on her. Lucas and Disney and EA don't know anything about this game well enough to know what the direction and the power creep and stuff of this game should be. They're looking at it from more a financial perspective and how much money
we don't care what you do, just make us money.
Exactly. So a lot of the game direction will fall on Carrie. So that's why I'm saying it's not that she is without blame, right? A lot of the stuff did happen on her watch. So I agree with that. And I'm not trying to look back with like these rosy colored glasses that like everything was great under Carrie. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying the communication was better. Communication was definitely better under Carrie. Bimasu, the guaranteed Zeta drops was under carry. However, the way it came about was awful. Because Carrie posted that she was doing her missions and then realized that she wasn't getting a Zeta every single time, and then it changed. Meanwhile, the rest of us had suffered from that event, or for that challenge, for months, saying that they needed to do a guaranteed drop. And it took like one random instance where she posted, realized that this was awful, and then to change it, right? So it's nice that it got changed. It's upsetting how long it took to get it changed, especially based on the response. So again, I'm not looking back at Carrie and saying everything was perfect, but the question is, was it a little bit better under Carrie than where it is now? And for that, I will definitely say yes. I think it is better under Carrie than where it is now, even though it wasn't perfect. But that's
I'm
still
not saying it was perfect under Carrie either. It's just, it was better.
Yeah. So, okay. Let's go to. Do you have any other negative?
Oh,
you want
and a
to...
side note on the Zeta node. That was the only aspect of this game I had good luck on.
Screw
I was
you.
getting like 3 and 4 Zetas every time I do it.
Well, there you go. We all screwed Grim.
Now
Hooray!
I only get one.
And there was much rejoicing as we screwed over Grim. All right. Let's do one more positive here. Let's go around and do one more positive. Let's start with Ouchie.
This hurts my brain.
You want to do a negative?
Someone in the chat mentioned the anniversary gifts, the 4th anniversary gifts were really good. Would have been nice if we had got something for Christmas, but yeah, the anniversary ones were really good.
I will agree. Those were some really awesome gifts that were given as the 4th year anniversary. All right.
Thank you, DPK.
Yes, DPK says, I like your hat, Ouchie. All right. Grim, positive.
The Sith Raid. That one was a good aspect, I think. It's fun.
Was that released
Was
this
that
year?
No.
I think it was this year, wasn't it? Or was it last?
No,
last year.
Sith Raid was last year.
I thought it released near the beginning of the year. Okay.
Never
mind.
How about simming the Rancor raid? That was this year, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
Bear with us, we're old dudes, or old people, except for Finn.
Yeah.
Especially when he shaves off his beard.
Hey.
It's like Samson and Delilah.
Yeah, Bimasu.
When Finn shaves off his beard.
Yeah. Simming of the Rancor.
Sim the hat raid, the hat raid, and the rewards need.
Bimasu, hold on. Bimasu wants something by the end of the year. Hold on. Let's call CG and see what's going on. Bimasu, we have heard your complaint about wanting to sim AAT. We are currently unable to do that right now as we are not in the office. Please wait until December of next year to ask again.
Your satisfaction is important to us.
Or, please remain on the line. The next available operator will be with you in 9 hours.
If you'd like to request a callback.
I'll say the other positive from this year were 2 direct-to-Cantina releases. GBA and ARC Trooper. I am glad that not everything goes through the marquee crystal pack cycle, and that we did get 2 characters directly into Cantina. People could farm it, and GBA is a good character all around in this game. I think GBA was a great addition to the game. ARC Trooper is still to be seen, but it's nice to see another character with that 6th slot ability. So I would go with GBA and ARC Trooper. That's my other ones.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know so much about ARC Trooper, but GBA definitely.
Well, I just like the fact that they're direct to Cantina. It's not necessarily the quality of the ARC Trooper. The quality of ARC Trooper is still to be seen, but I like the fact that they went direct to Cantina. All right. Let's do another commercial and then talk about what we are all most thankful for about SWGOH here in a second. So, another commercial for you guys here, and let's go.
Are you not good enough to be a Army Ranger like Ranger J 1999? Then come join us, the Shore Troopers. We are the Coastal Defender Stormtroopers out here guarding the beaches of Scarif. Other Stormtroopers make fun of us because our khakis, but you know what? We get the job done. We're the best hunters in the galaxy. At basic, you'll be issued your standard E11 blaster rifle. Upon graduation, you'll be upgraded to the E22 blaster rifle, sent out to, protect these beaches. It's not all about the pina coladas and the beach volleyball and the coconut palm trees, whatnots. You know, we got this job to do. We get it done. We just taunt like the best of them. You like that taunt? Because there's more where that came from. You'll learn that in basic training, along with, how to frickin' take the heat off your team, 'cause that's what we do. Base the bus Malbus, he ain't got nothing on us. We're the best hunters in the galaxy. Beachfront ready and everything. We like it out here in Scarif, and we are the Coastal Defender Stormtroopers. That Death Trooper, he talks a lot of crap. Oh, I got this bestest looking outfit out here. You can nice doctors, man. Are you beachfront ready, man? Yeah, we are, because we're the best hunters in the galaxy. We're the elite, the Shore Troopers.
And there you guys go. Good old Urban Blaster helping us with a commercial, the Shore Trooper training. And I think that brings us to what we are all most thankful for, which is the community in Galaxy of Heroes. I don't think a lot of us would have continued to play this game without the commercial. Go ahead, without the community. Go ahead, Grim.
I agree with you, Finn. If it wasn't for the community, a lot of us would not be here.
It was. And I think that's what a lot of people in chat, I've seen that one listed in the chat, and I think a lot of us here definitely believe that it is the community, whether it's part of RSG, and I'll give a shout out to, and I will try to name as many as I can, and I apologize if I miss your name. The communities that were built by all of the other YouTubers and people that were trying to come together and build that community. Arnold, Mobile Gamer, Urs, Cubs Fan Han, Operation Metaverse, see who else am I missing? DB Official. Who else am I'm gonna miss? Escape Podcast. Escape Podcast. Even some of the smaller channels that are just growing now in order to try and get more information out there. We have Xylo on. Nev was doing his own streams and still is doing his own streams. And then, of course, we have DPK, who's in the chat, that has been doing his with Dagger and doing it. Maz!
Aw, Maz.
Maz just donated $50 and said,
Cool.
community. Thank you, Maz.
Maz.
Is it not? Hold on.
MK in chat.
Is it not pickling? Hold on, I have to check. Oh no, here come the pickles. Okay, the pickles are coming for Baby Yoda's sippy cup of plenty. Okay, the pickles are dropping, and oh, look at that! Look at the unicorns getting displays by the pickles. Aw, Baby Yoda has a little sippy cup full of pickles. He has like 3 little pickles in his sippy cup. Alright, here we go. Pickles out, everyone, for Maz. Get a Maz in chat, too. Everyone, Maz in chat. Let's get Maz in chat here. And, of course, we're going to go ahead with the yodeling pickle. All right, that's a big shout out to Maz. Thank you, Maz, for the $50. And it is true. It is about the community that makes a difference for us. So it's always awesome to have people in the community as awesome as all of you. And Maz then donated $50 to show how awesome the community really is. So I think that is what we are most grateful for this past year. I think Bill Bradley, I think you said it really well. We all got through 2019 together, and that's what's made 2019 and Galaxy of Heroes so great. And unfortunately, we did lose some players from Galaxy of Heroes, right? And that's bound to happen with attrition in any game that's gone on as long as it has, and with as long as a lot of us have played. But I think with all of us sticking together and just having fun, I mean, that's ultimately what this is all about. Having fun, spending time with friends, doing what you would like to do in a game, enjoying it. That is what we are hoping for, and I think we have had a great year. So, with that, let's continue to have some fun here. Maz, you donated, so you get to pick. Do you want a specific commercial, or do you want to roll the wheel? Maz gets to pick. And in the meantime, Ouchie, I'm going to start grabbing the list of the shoutouts here. Where do you want them?
Okay.
You want them in Zoom, or do you want me to PM you in Discord?
I don't care. I have it all available to me here.
Okay. So I'll give you guys
Whatever
one more
window is
opportunity
easier.
here. I will collect the names as soon as the commercial is done. So, Maz, you get to pick. Minato, don't worry. Those accounts were purchased. Awful. Oh, yeah. Let me give the disclaimer. Buying and selling accounts is against the terms of service of EA Capital Games. Doing so, you may risk
the wrong
your...
voice.
You may end up risking that your account may be lost as a result of such a transaction. However, as Grande said, if you're going to spend $100, why not spend $1,000? I still can't believe Grande said that. All right. So, Maz, what would you like? Do you want the wheel, or do you want a specific commercial? I haven't seen Maz pick one yet. Yeah, Maz hasn't picked one yet. So, Maz, you get to pick. You get to pick. And Dr. Gonzo donated on the 15 bits. We're getting 15 more unicorns into the sippy cup of plenty. Thank you very much. There are little... What the hell? Everything's like bouncing around in the little cup. Okay, and now the unicorns are heading into the cup again. Let's see what's happening. Okay, unicorns are landing on the pickles. Some of them are hitting the pickles hard and bouncing out. We are losing some unicorns. And we're making a pickle unicorn parfait at this point. We are starting a pickle unicorn parfait. We have a layer of unicorns, followed by a layer of pickles, and then another layer of unicorns. So the parfait is beginning in Baby Yoda's sippy cup. He looks very happy. He looks very entertained. Okay, so I don't see Maz selecting yet. So we're gonna roll the wheel. Let's roll the wheel for Maz here. Okay, here we go. It's time for the wheel of commercials. Yay! All right, let's go. Come on, wheel.
I gotta hop up for a second. I'll be right back, everybody.
Okay. Let's see what the commercial is. And it is Around the World, USA. All right, let's go ahead and start the commercial here. Around the World, USA. Reality Skewed Gamers has spent more than 1 year bringing you quality gaming entertainment and knowledge. And the RSG crew loves giving back to their fans. With the help of Brockfinity Productions, Reality Skewed Gamers wants to increase the cultural knowledge in addition to the gaming knowledge that their fans possess. So in a departure from the typical gaming information that they provide, we present to you a new segment for cultural growth, Around the World with RSG. Today, we'll explore the United States of America, an area known for its great landmarks such as the Statue of Liberty, the Seattle Space Needle, and of course the theme park that everyone loves, Disney World. Grande Patron will take you through the United States of America today. Grande, take it away.
The chicken is in the corner. I want to catch that damn thing. What do I have to catch with? You think if I threw a jacket over it?
And that concludes this episode of Around the World with RSG. Grande. It's God, Grande.
Good old Grande.
Good old Grande. All right. And Bill Bradley, I do want to mention that. So Christmas is obviously not the same for everyone, and some people are. Bill Bradley, Brock looks a lot like Finity. He kind of does. He kind of does.
Yeah, he's like Finn's evil twin.
I think actually I don't know who my evil twin is, because there is kind of the mix between Brockfinity, who looks like my evil twin. There's also CG Fedora Hat, who people have said has a striking resemblance to me. So it's kind of hard to tell.
I was almost tempted to pull a Grande moment, but you all look the same anyway, so. That is something Grande would say.
God, all brown people look alike. I mean, I've seen Brockfinity, I've seen Finity, and I've seen CG Fedora Hat, and they all look the same. So there you go. Conclusion, all brown people look the same.
Yeah. PSA, I do not think that really.
But I think it is important to note too. Christmas is not the same for everyone, and everyone celebrates it a little bit differently. So we are glad that hopefully we can bring you entertainment on this Christmas day. And we have been trying to stream throughout the week. We have had the lunch stream the last 2 days. I am planning on having streams the next couple days as well. So hopefully I will be able to do the lunch stream. Bear with me as the schedule is a little bit off. So hopefully tomorrow we will be able to do the lunch stream as well. But we want everyone to have a great time of year, whether it is with us, with your family, whatever the scenario is. We want everyone to have fun. And so with that, Bill Bradley, I am glad you are here, and I'm glad you are having fun with us too. And I might show you guys something if I can get it to work. But with that, let's talk about I'm going to bring up the VIP screen again as I get the list for Ouchie. So again, this is the list of VIPs, our gold patrons, our Twitch subscribers, our YouTube members, our regular patrons from all levels: gray, green, blue, purple, and gold. So this is again a big shout out to all of you guys for doing that and just being supporters of us. We really appreciate it. So just giving you guys a shout out here before Miss Ouchie returns, and then we will get her to read your chat shout out.
I'm on my way.
No worries. I'm getting the list together right now still, so you still have time.
Okay.
So we're going to do, Ouchie's going to read the shout outs of our word of the day for everyone here. So I am getting the list together right now. And it's kind of a shorter list, but that's because, of course, we expect that.
Yeah.
Because it is the holidays. Okay.
I had the hat off, so now it's all messed up.
Oh, well, you need to get the hat back on.
Well, it's on. It's just askew.
Oh. Oh, you got like, no one can see it yet because we're going through the VIP stuff. So, okay. I'm going to PM you in Discord, Ouchie.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. All right.
Got it.
So thank you again to everyone that has been a supporter. And now the lovely Ouchie is going to read all of the people that put in our shout out word of the day, which was Santa Durgan.
Now, some people I think were putting Durgan for spelling Durgan.
If they spell Durgan wrong, then it's not going to show up.
I tried to tell them.
Yeah, hold
it's
on.
UN, not AN.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll do a search and see. Hold on.
No, you can't. You shouldn't.
I will do it. It is Christmas time, Ouchie, so I'll get you another list with the error spells.
Okay.
We'll separate them though. We're gonna call them out as the error spellers, but we will do their shout.
All right. So thanks to all you lovely people. As I read out your name, I salute you. Apropos Ruin, B5, Bmasu, Darth Vader 1987. Actually, I stuck the 19 in there. It just says 87. I'm assuming 1987.
Oh God, you're
Deadpool
turning into
Kyle?
Grande.
Dr. Feelgood, that's insulting. Grim, Helenix, Lord Megatron, Moss Mike, Nathan H, me, Rayrock, Rasa 972, Reality Skewed Gamers. No, that doesn't count. Ignore that one. Riverboy 12, Rooster, RSG Bormac, Skywalker Vader, The Honkler, Wolfbell, Utah, and DJ. That's all he gave me. Now we can't hear you, Finn.
Yeah, no, sorry. Those were our regular ones. Now here are the typo 4.
Okay, so these people, I'm going to read your name, and then you're going to have to go sit in the corner. Dr. Gonzo H. Plasma 1972. Raider Nation. And RSG Vormax was on the other
Oh, he was
list.
on the other list. Okay, so he retyped. Okay. So to all of you guys, thank you very much for joining us here. And let's go ahead, and I'm heading on to Twitter. What, Graham?
We have a Grande Patron sighting.
We were just talking about it. And
Of
we
course.
talked about Grande too much.
I gotta hop up again. Hi, Grande. I'll be right back.
What's up? What's up?
How are you doing today, Grande?
I'm excellent. Merry festive day to you.
We did Christmas and we did Festivus, Grande. You know what? We'll go to you. So we went around the corn here, and we did what we liked most about Galaxy of Heroes and what we least liked about Galaxy of Heroes over this past year. We did about 2 or 3 of each of them. So I will let you go ahead and do it, Grande. What did you like most, and what did you like least about this past year in Galaxy of Heroes?
We just got a donation, by the way.
Yes. We got a $2 donation from Minato Namikaze that said, "Can I hear a duet of Ouchie and Mrs. McGrande?"
Who's Mrs. McGrande?
Why,
McDonough.
sure. I think we can do something to
Oh my gosh.
That's Mrs. McGrande.
Got it.
And he wants another $2 and said, can they sing "I Wish You a Merry Christmas"?
Ouchie, I will do a duet with you if you want to do a duet.
I mean, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Is that really a duet material?
You just sing it at the same time, I think.
All right.
1 and a 2 and a
we wish you a Merry Christmas.
We
wish
Wait.
Christmas.
He wants McGrande. He doesn't want Grande. He wants Mrs. McGrande.
I think he's trying.
I'm having enough trouble here.
That's just Grande. No. If you're doing it, you gotta go McGrande.
I will. Okay. All right. Count us down here, Fen.
Okay, here we go. You ready? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Oh my God, you went Cozy Spoo at the end.
He was all over the place.
I know. He went all over the place. You went Cozy Spoo. I was like, and a Happy New Year. There you go, Minato. Cozy McGrande.
We had I gotta tell you, we had a great Christmas. A lot of fun with the kids, and my sister is here with my brother-in-law, who happens to be one of my favorite people on the planet, and they're here with their daughter. So our kid is having fun with their kids, and just an overall great time. And of course, my wife and I did a lot of good cooking. Tonight was grilled salmon and some fresh new potato dish my wife made, which was out of this world. Let me just tell you, my wife is amazing at cooking, and she made this new potato dish that we ate the whole thing. So
very nice,
impressive.
I think you're coming in a little quiet, Grande. I'm
speaking to I'm sorry, where they're trying to put a 2-year-old to bed.
I figured that's why. I figured you were not trying to talk loud.
I'm not my normal loud self, but I will try to put the microphone a little closer so it's a little easier for you.
That
guys.
is definitely better. All right. So going back, Grande, what are your what do you think was some of the best and some of the worst things from this past year in Galaxy of Heroes?
Oh man. So I'd probably have to say the worst thing was let's do negatives first and then we'll do positives. Okay. So in my opinion, the worst thing that happened this year was their handling of their mistakes, their handling of like how the mistake of how Malik happened, there, and the 2 or 3 problems with Malik, their handling of communication. Those were some of their worst problems. Some of the best areas, the best things that happened in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, I would have to say would be they're working on new players. Some of the best things that they did were trying to produce some new content in certain areas, and the introduction of a few new characters. I think 2 of the 3 new characters they introduced look really appealing, and I'm glad to see some new characters here towards the end of the year. How much did I sound like you, Infinity?
Actually, those are somewhat different than what we said. I think
Okay.
generally the theme is about the same, but they were a little different. So I did mention in terms of the characters, right? I did like that GBA and ARC Trooper were both straight to Cantina. I like those
Right.
2 in particular. Grim had a good and bad with Hux, that they released a good character like Hux and then immediately nerfed it.
Right.
That came up too.
Oh man.
But yeah, so no, I think yours were actually a little bit different than what we had. So
Bimatsu gave $2. Merry Christmas to the moth, he's saying.
avoid this water.
The moth and
The
avoid
moth.
this water. I cannot believe.
Big one.
It's a big moth. It is.
I'm telling you, I like that damn thing. I know you guys think it's ugly.
No,
as hell.
I actually
really-
like it. It's just you
I mean,
can't tell the detail from this far
I'm
away,
just-
so it's hard to
I'm-
tell what it is.
That thing brings me more joy just because it's been in my life for a long time. I understand it's probably ugly as dirt on screen, and I honestly don't care. Like, if I get a green screen, that's getting hung on the green screen so you guys could have it.
You should take a picture of it and then put it as part of your green screen background. That would be better. Because if you hang it on the green screen, you're going to get shadows and ruin it. Just saying. Just telling you from a logistic point of view.
Bimatsu's seen it. He knows it's pretty epic when it's up close.
No, it is. You've shown it. Actually, do you want to show it again for
Oh,
Christmas time?
Here we go for everybody to
I'll actually
understand.
zoom in on your camera.
Just so everyone knows, this was a present. This was a gift that my mother and father, I don't know who bought it for who, but my mother and father, one of them bought it for the other one when they were on Indian reservations in Arizona or New Mexico, and it's signed and it's numbered. So this is the moth that everyone talks about. So this is actually a carved. So this is actually a carved Native American in a piece of like firewood / driftwood, and I don't even think the screen like does it justice for what it is. Anyway, and it is signed and numbered on the back. So the man that made this signed it and numbered it, but it's highly
That's cool.
Stylized. But from far away, I think it does look like a moth. But from close up, it looks freaking epic, bro. I mean,
No, I really do like
the
it.
amount of detail in it is pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I really like it. It's just hard to tell from far away, and I know we joke around. Oh, I know Bimasu. I know he knows you're playing around with him.
I know.
But
I
I know
knows
there's
he
people in the chat that haven't seen it before.
and
so.
then who actually think it is a moth. What's interesting is I bring that, like, you guys actually see that thing on screen a lot now,
Mhm.
which I know you guys are playing around.
Let me do a
But
shout
it
out
is-
here really quick because we were thanking people in the community, and we have 2 of them
yeah.
here. Let me give a shout out because I just saw them message in chat.
Urs?
Mhm.
Shout out to Urs and shout out to Going Nerdy. We mentioned it before.
Yeah, I
I
saw
think
that too.
what has kept
Urza.
Ouchie, you don't have your camera on. You can't say hi, Urza.
I know. I can't be on. I'm upstairs.
Look at Ouchie getting all shy around Urza, turning off her camera.
No, I'm not.
She had to paint her nails for you.
So
Having to-
I do want to give a shout out to both Going Nerdy and Urs. We said it
two great
before.
guys.
To us, the biggest thing, regardless of what we were talking about, good and bad in the game, the biggest thing to us is how much the community has stuck together through everything that has happened in this game. And that involves everyone that does their attempt to try and build a community and do something with this game, and that includes both Going Nerdy and Urs.
Agreed.
We try to do it too, but we know that there's several people with larger bases than us, and Urs is one of them. And again, we shouted out Arnold and Mobile Gamer and Cubs and Warrior. I think I forgot Warrior the first time.
Well,
so Warrior
and,
as well.
you know,
and it's just important to make that effort. So I do want to give a big shout out to both Going Nerdy and Urs for helping the community stay together. Everyone doing their part with such an awesome gaming community. Go ahead, Grim.
Well, yeah, and some of the content creators for this game that stuck with the community for so long and are no longer part of the community as well, but are still fondly remembered of, like Mist and
pour one out for old
others.
Smithy D. Is that what you're saying?
Smithy D,
Yes,
Mist,
Smithy D.
McMole.
McMole, yeah.
I won't pour one out because it's gonna get all over my carpet, but I will sip. I will do a sip for all of them.
This one's for my homies.
I actually think I saw McMole's Force Ghost in a guild earlier. So I'm not even kidding you. It's like Force Ghost McMole. So
I am sure somebody named their stuff after them.
So I don't know if McMole is playing that account or if someone named Force Ghost, like someone is maybe helping him with that account, but I think it is actually the same account. So just something to be interested in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big shout out to all of the content creators and helping to keep the community together through everything.
By the way, I know this is a new hat, but I have a new hat from one of our viewers for next week.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
I have a brand new hat that came. I actually wore it out in public on Christmas Eve day for our final shopping. So the person who sent me that hat will get a big chuckle about that. But yes, I wore that hat out in public, walking around Christmas Eve.
So I have to see with Ranger. I think Ranger is going to be able to stream next week. If not, I think I will be back. However, I will be returning from Disney on the 1st. So I am hoping to come with fun things to wear on the stream. We're actually going to Galaxy's Edge one day, and then Epcot and Animal Kingdom the other.
So. In April, and I'm definitely going to have to get a couple hats when we're in Disney, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in April I'll be getting more stuff too, for sure.
But scope it out for me, man.
That's the plan.
You know kind of what I'm looking for, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the kind of my style.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the big question, Finn. Are you gonna build a lightsaber?
No, I think I'm gonna wait until we do it in April.
I think I think us doing it together would be pretty epic, man.
But there is a process to it.
Yes.
Where you have to like sign up ahead of time, you get your time, and then you have to go in. You're only allowed one guest, but the guest is not allowed to do anything with the lightsaber. And so it's like only the one person and the other person can accompany. So that means all 5 of us, if we want it, need to sign up. Otherwise, you'll have to...
And then your +1 can be the camera guy.
Pretty much, yeah. So it depends who's going to get one, who's not going to get one, and then we'll need to arrange that. Minato just donated another $2 and said, who are you going to Disney with next week? I am going with my family. So I'm going with my dad, my mom, my brother, and my sister-in-law.
Cool. You're going to have a lot of fun, dude.
Mm-hmm. And actually, on that note, Meg Venom is actually going to Universal at the same time. So I am hoping that we're going to be able to meet on the 29th, because then the 30th and 31st, which are the days we're going to be there, is going to be pretty packed. And so on the 29th, I'm hoping to meet McVenom in downtown Disney, or they call it Disney Springs now. And then also, hopefully, going to be able to meet Paul from Escape Podcast. He was also going to be down there. So 29th should be pretty fun. So that's what I'm hoping for. So there you go. Yeah, Grande, I have one too, built by Loki. But
yeah,
if I get one, I'm going double bladed, because I have my green one, which is the Jedi Consular one. I have my red one, which is the one that Loki built, and then of course I'm gonna try and get a double bladed. And yes, Pimasu, I was waiting on that one, but it is true. McVenom was a casualty in 2019. Yep. So there you go. Okay. Man. You know
We did.
what? Since Grande was drinking something on stream, right? And you guys were talking about Babyface Me.
I pretty much drink this like
Pacifico,
water, man.
Yeah, I know.
right?
Huh?
It's Pacifico, right?
Is it
Me?
Grande?
Pacifico? Yeah, Grande.
No, man. It's St. Arnold's, man. Amber ale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a local
Looked a lot
brew.
like the same
This is a
stuff
this
as
is
Pacifico.
a local brew. I have this quite a bit.
We're gonna show our first commercial, and it was an on-air commercial that we did, so it's a little bit different. But this was our first commercial ever, Grande Patron Tequila. Man, after a long day's work like this, there has to be something better than this. I wonder.
So, do you feel tired when you wake up in the morning to check your 1 a.m. shipment? Do you feel inadequate when your Emperor Palpatine can only stun one character, but your rival's Palpatine can stun 5? Do you feel like Note 11 of GW is there just to piss you off? If you answered yes to any of these questions, talk to your doctor or pharmacist about Darth Sidious brand SWGOH Grande Patron Tequila. Grande Patron Tequila is the naturally bearded way to experience SWGOH gameplay with a whole different mindset. You will gain confidence in your attacks and won't even care about the result. Grande Patron Tequila will even help make Palpatine's anger seem like a 2-year-old's tantrum. You will feel with the benefit of Grande Patron Tequila the instant it hits your tongue. And with regular shots around your arena payout time, you will appreciate your SWGOH gameplay experience even more. You may even discover group compositions you never even thought about before, like Geonosian Soldier and FOTP with a Chief Nebbit lead. Grande Patron Tequila may not be right for everyone. Women who are pregnant, plan to get pregnant, nursing, or do not want a beard should avoid Grande Patron Tequila. Side effects may include dizziness, nausea, vomiting, using wrong character abilities, incarceration, inappropriate using of crystals, fantasizing about Ahsoka, delusions of grandeur, loss of money, dehydration, dry mouth, and a desire to stare at the shard shop for hours hoping a Vader shard will show up. So what are you waiting for? Start playing SWGOH with Darth Sidious brand SWGOH Grande Patron Tequila. We know there are better choices out there, but we are okay being your 5th choice in tequila.
I think I'm gonna go get myself some Grande Patron Tequila. So do you have Grande Patron Tequila?
How about now?
And there you guys go. Our first commercial ever on RSG.
No, man,
Grande
that was epic.
Patron Tequila.
Yeah,
That
that's
brings
right.
back memories, man.
Yeah, as we're playing with Jawas,
Yeah.
right?
Jawa's talking about EP and Vader from the Shard Shop.
Oh man, Vader from the Shard Shop, bro. Like, that's
God, this game has come along so far since we started. Yeah. Honkler said it's the same too. The Vader Shard days. Yeah. Yeah.
that was a long time ago, man.
God.
Remember when you were a cool kid if you had a Vader unlocked?
Oh, I remember. You had to do all these achievements.
I got a 5-star Vader, bro, and everybody was like, "Bro, can you put that up in your ally list for me to borrow?"
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time anyone actually checked their freaking ally list?
Yeah, I know. We just sim everything now.
It's pretty rare. I even check.
Yeah.
You know how I can tell I lost an ally whenever I'm playing an arena and the like add friend icon, like the thing pop, and I'm like, somebody let me go, really? And I'm like, let's go find a guildie. Here you go. Could be my ally. Like, I don't want that button to pop up anymore.
All right. So we've done all the shout outs and everything. Now let's do the Twitter responses and then we will do questions. So let's go ahead and get the Twitter responses up here. So if you guys have any other responses, you can still get them in. I will do a check before we wrap up the Twitter responses. So head to our Twitter page, twitter.com/realityskevedgamers with no vowels in the skewed and gamers. So reality, SKWD, GMRS. And the Twitter question for today is what we discussed basically just a little while ago. What will you remember most about Galaxy of Heroes from 2019? Good, bad, and everything in between. What will you remember the most? So we have 4 responses. Mm-hmm. The first one, is Ouchie back? I don't know if Ouchie's back.
I think she's still being a mom.
Yeah, she's still being. Okay. So the first response: broken mechanics, power creep, GAC replacing GAs, missing buttons, Gear 14 aka Relics, reskin TBs, Carrie's departure, $585 worth of packs, discussing new in-game artwork, SWGOH celebrity quits, 30 tunes needed for Rey and new Kylo, and RSG kicking butt for charity. And then
And
wrote,
a partridge in a pear tree.
Yep. And then wrote, Merry Christmas, RSG crew and skewers. Much love to you all. I think we all know who that's from. That is from
Hellenix.
Hellenix. None of that is wrong. Thank you, Hellenix.
Yeah.
The next one. The struggle for heroic Sith triumvirate raid, dissolving guilds and swapping guilds, the death of casual competitive, and the growing divide between casual and hardcore.
Yeah.
That's
unfortunate but true.
Mm-hmm. I am one of those casualties. I haven't left the game, but I am done with competitiveness in the game, so much so that I don't even care about some of these events where there's 8 different waves. I'm like, I just screw it. I don't care.
I just auto that stuff.
Or I can't auto some of them. I can't auto the Thrawn event, the Mythic in the last tier.
Really?
I can't auto it. No, I don't have relics on my Empire and stuff, and I hate Thrawn lead. The fact that they forced the Thrawn lead, I can't get through that without actually playing it.
I just beat the Mythic at that about like 20 minutes ago, and everybody died except EP and Vader.
Mm-hmm. That's usually the way it works.
I think I autoed it in my pocket. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't
the
auto
only reason
that,
that
so
worked is
I don't
because
bother.
I have a Relic 3 Vader.
Yeah, I don't have relics on it. I'm not going to relic it for that event, and I don't care. If their mechanics are always to turn meter load at the beginning, that's just stupid. So.
Well, but I think I was autoing it before relics even. So I was.
Did you have Gear 12s? I don't have Gear 12s either. I have Gear 11s.
No, I have Gear. Everyone is Gear 12.
Yeah, that's why I have Gear 11s and stuff in there. I lose a character almost off the bat sometimes too. Bimasu says he can't auto the Mythic event either.
Really?
And Bimasu,
it is a pretty tough one.
They start out giving them 100% turn meter, and they all get a turn, and then they get a turn meter boost and basically go twice every single time. It's just stupid.
That is correct.
And then they force you with Thrawn lead instead of EP lead, which again, just ridiculous. So it is what it is. So I don't even bother with that event. If that's what it takes in order to beat these events, that's not fun. If that's how they balance it. So, and I want to play this game for fun, so I would rather go into Borderlands 3 and play a different game and put my money in other games like Clash of Clans.
Borderlands 3.
Yeah. I will get
all of you guys do it manually.
Yeah.
I hadn't even. I've probably been autoing that thing for 6 months.
So are you sure you are autoing the final tier of the Mythic event, Grande?
Yeah. Can I replay it right now?
I don't know.
I can't replay it. I have to pay $600 to replay it. Yeah.
Not $600. 600 crystals, Grande.
600 crystals. I was waiting on my on my timer, one of my timers for one of my cooldowns to refresh.
That reminds me of the Borderland DLC there, Finn.
Yeah.
To get your ship unimpounded, it'll cost you $500 billion.
I know. And you know what the stupid thing is? I clicked it.
Did you really?
Yeah, but it's a joke because you can't even have that much. It literally caps you out at like 999 million. So it's obviously a joke. But
actually, if you go past it, it makes it to where you have negative money.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Zeb is boss in that tier, but I literally can auto that.
Yeah. All right. Next one, Hogzilla says, "I will remember the introduction of GAC, which is the good. And the last one was by Jacob, by the way. So this one's Hogzilla. I will remember the introduction of GAC, which was the good. When they destroyed Finn's leadership ability, the bad. I will agree.
Oh damn.
And the Malik event fiasco, the ugly.
Yep. Nobody's talking about Carrie. Didn't Carrie leave in 2000?
We talked about Carrie. Yeah, we mentioned it.
Oh, that was the first thing I brought up was we lost Carrie as the bad.
And again, people in chat, I know Minato mentioned it, and we mentioned it too. It's not that the reign of Carrie in Galaxy of Heroes was without flaws, but we have seen a down slope in this game since she has left. Now, especially, it's funny. Hogzilla mentions the Malik fiasco. right? The Malik fiasco was not good with all of the bugs and stuff, but it only affected players that were getting Malik for what, like the second, third time, or like the second, third, fourth time around that it was there. The bigger issue, I would say, the ugly, is actually the Anakin event. The gas event has turned off so many whales and krakens because it is coming back in 2 months and allowing other players to still get them to like 7-star almost at the same time as they did because of the get block that was forced on them.
Oh, not almost the same time. If
Well,
someone's been
yeah.
hoarding as long as I have, we'll both get a 7-star at the same time.
Yep. So
Like
the
it's not
the
almost
gas
the,
event's a true
one of the
ugly.
one we had one player in our guild that did not have a gas unlock, got gas unlock at this time, and both of us.
Not wait. He hasn't gotten the gas yet. He will get it. You mean?
Correct.
Okay. Just making sure because the event isn't up yet, so I just want to make sure.
He'll get gas this time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's been saving his get one. So I got him the first time. He got him the second time. We will both end up with a 7-star gas on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
and still plenty of time to catch up in the gearing too, so that's not like you have a huge gearing advantage either by the time it is 7-star.
Not a huge gear. I mean, look, I'm happy. I'm glad, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm glad he's getting him because it does help out the guild. But that means everyone else gets him too.
Yep.
So
yeah, the gas event is pretty ugly. So
they could have handled that differently.
Yeah, they're like not releasing it in 2 months. I still don't understand how they came to that decision, but
man, just thinking about that event gives me gas.
Thomas mentioned. Thomas says he's 95 of 100. I'm 55 of 100. I think I can buy another 5 shards, so I'm 40 shards short.
Yeah.
And
Thomas, you are not the only one. Like I was saying, like
Thomas has been busted. Thomas, wherever Thomas is at, Thomas has been busting his butt in raids and in GAC in order to get that extra currency.
Yep.
Or he hoarded a little bit from before, but either way, he did a good job, and he's not being rewarded for doing a good job.
Yeah. No, it's sad, and the Malik fiasco again affected a lot of their long time paying customers. This truly showed that paying customers' money was not great. It was actually kind of
well.
sad, so.
What's really gonna cook your noodle is, I bet you anything, we're getting something that's going to be even more powerful than gas in the next couple months.
So I actually don't
Did
think
you
gas
say
was
cook your noodle?
He did say
yeah,
cook your noodle.
he means fry your brain. I know what he means. But I'm gonna say that you know, Gas is a good character, but Gas, in my opinion, is not as good as Darth Revan.
I agree.
With Malik.
Darth Revan with Malik and Darkseid Basti is better than Gas and any 501st squad you can put up. But in my opinion, it is possible that either the new Kylo or the new Rey could be potentially a little bit more challenging. And I bet you it's Kylo. Just looking at the characters we've been given so far, there is going to be some kind of a crew team, which, oh man,
I'm not so sold on that, Grande. The inspire ability of Finn is crazy. The stuff that he gives on his unique just puts like all resistance characters and him having inspire. If the new Rey is a leader that automatically gives resistance characters on the team inspire.
Oh, good point.
That's going to be
but here's the thing though. Imagine, I mean, you know, the new Kylo is going to have the ability to where he reduces all these exposes and true damage to like negligible. He's going to be the new lead.
Maybe.
On each side of him is going to be OG Kylo and unmasked Kylo.
Well,
the other thing though is it's gonna take 23K, guys. I mean, it's literally
going to be brutal.
It's going to take Relict Veteran Han and Relict Veteran Chewbacca, and a Relict Hux and a Relict Resistance Hero Finn, and a Relict Sith Trooper to even make this thing work. I mean, you're basically going to look at, you know, you're going to look at having the entire faction plus some of the other faction relict in order to make it work, and they probably will synergize with each other. Potentially the new Ray and the new Kylo synergized together. That's insane, man.
Mm-hmm.
Have a combo First Order
Well, they're going to be little buddies,
resistance
right? I mean, they're
team.
going to.
Well,
They're
careful
gonna be,
careful on spoiling, Grande. We're still not
No,
spoiling. So.
But I'm just saying it could be like Wedge and Biggs, right? Or it could be like Chirrut and Baze, where they have a little, like a synergy between them. That's all I'm saying, right? I mean, look, we know from the last movie that they had the ability to like see each other across the galaxy, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the previous movie, right? Shirtless Kylo, and she was in the little hut with Luke Skywalker, and Kylo had his shirt off because he was changing in his dressing room or something. Remember? That's like over a year ago or over.
That was really kind of creeperish too.
I'm just saying. How many?
I know Ouchie wouldn't mind.
Moment.
I know Ouchie doesn't mind, but I'm just saying it's still a little creeperish.
So.
You just think about it as Kylo.
Synergy, right?
Kylo's bit in that movie was like, say, Durgan at Ouchie's
Kylo.
window.
That's right. They have some side. I'm telling you, Rooster. They have some side hoe number 2 type synergy. That's all I'm saying.
Really, Grande? Wow. All right. And then the last response from Grim. He got his Thrawn to 7 stars.
Wow.
That was quite a memorable thing to happen.
That's true.
This year. And there was much rejoicing. Woo! Oh yeah, hold on. Let's get better rejoicing here. we need much happier. There you go.
Grim. 3 years later.
Mm-hmm. He finally got it. It was Utah. It was an epic day in Galaxy of Heroes for Grim to get his 7-star Thrawn.
Well, they literally waited for him to get 7-star Thrawn. They got it. He got 7-star Thrawn, and then they made it where you could get it anytime you wanted to, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
You got it at the end of the time trials.
Yeah.
Right?
2 days after, something like that they released it. I'm like, oh.
The journey room became a thing. I got to tell you, I actually think the journey room's a good idea at this point.
The journey room? You're talking about the journey guide?
Journey guide. Sorry.
Okay.
I called it the wrong thing, but I think it's, pretty good.
Yeah, that was one of my goods from this past year. I really like the journey guide. I actually like the fact that they're going back and forth with GG almost, where they're taking some of GG's ideas and implementing it into the game, like the journey guide, which they had kind of with their checklist, right? And then also the mod filtering, which they added in game, and then meanwhile they're giving other stuff to GG to actually work on. I really do like the interaction that they're having with GG to try and make the game better. So, okay. So that was it for the Twitter responses. So we are now on to questions, and we only have a few questions here. So, first question, Utah, what did everyone buy from the new store? I bought nothing. I am not buying anything from the new store.
No, you mean you bought new things.
What's the new store?
It is a store that came up on my ads in GG. So on the lunch stream I think it was on Tuesday, I just decided, you know what, we're going to go off the rails. We're going to click on the different ads that are showing up, and one of them was the new store. But it turned out to be just a children's clothing store. Like, it's just kids, like clothing for kids, and I'm like, no, there is no way an adult grown man is going to stream looking at a children's clothing store, so I just closed it. I did not explore that any further. And, I bought nothing.
Well, it's because your beard was growing back, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, if you saw in the Grande Patron Tequila commercial, that was non-super bearded Finn.
Everyone has a beard here except Ouchie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
No, this is a good thing. I'm just saying.
You want me to put like a virtual beard on you, Ouchie, so you can match us? You sure? All right. Next question. Rooster, was that Murder Nova from Street Outlaws in the commercial with Finn? No. God, that was not. That was old Ranger. Yeah,
Old Ranger.
back in the day.
Yeah.
And then Ray
Back
Rock
when-
question: are these Jawas gonna do anything? Yeah, I was gonna do GW, and then I got distracted.
man.
So you had something on the.
I have a GA against an RSG viewer.
Oh, you.
Nice.
Who was it? It was.
Devil's Treasure.
Did you
Devil's
actually end up
Treasure.
against him?
Yeah, Devil's Treasure and I are fighting each other. Oh my.
Oh, very nice.
He put up a seriously hard defense too. Oh, he has both White Revan and Black Revan on defense.
Oh, damn.
And Malik and Geos and yeah, this is legit, man.
Hmm.
This is a legit defense. Oh.
All right. Well, I think that's it. That's it for questions. So I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. First off, I'll go around the panel. Any last things you guys want to say to the community or anything else before we do our closing? Let's start with Miss Ouchie.
Thanks
You're
for
on
one
mute.
hell of
You're
a
on mute.
year.
You're mute.
Oh,
Oops.
There you go. Okay.
Go ahead, Grim.
if I remember.
Go ahead, Grim.
No, I was going to say thanks to the community for one hell of a year.
Okay.
And Merry Christmas. Or actually, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
And a Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year.
Ouchie.
I will say, yeah, thanks to everybody and for the RSG crew as well for letting me pop on here periodically, and everybody that's been helping out with the charity campaign. And I had something else, but it just fell out of my head. Oh yeah, everybody, if you haven't, go see episode 9. And love the Star Wars movies. Don't hate them. Thank you.
Grande.
Oh man, where do I start? It's again, it's got to be, I'm thankful for our community and thankful for all of my friends in this community. Thankful for all of the neat and wonderful and unique people that each and every one of you are. And I guess that's pretty much where I'll leave it. If I start naming off stuff, I'll forget to name something that I should have named. But that's probably the best thing.
All right. And so, yeah, with just like everyone else said, we want to thank everyone for a great 2019. For everyone in the community, for all of your support. I'm going to bring up the page again. Thank you to all of our VIPs. Thank you to everyone that supports us, whether you guys are watching at home, whether you are able to support us financially, whatever it is. We appreciate every single one of you guys for making 2019 a great year. We had a great campaign for 2019 for the American Cancer Society, and as you guys can see, we're already only 1,500 away from our total for our 2020 run. And none of this could be possible without all of you guys helping us to make it to that goal. So we want to give a big shout out to everyone in the community, all of the VIPs, everyone that donated today. And so with that, make sure that if you guys haven't, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're planning on getting a lot more content out to you during this next year. We're getting our bearings kind of in terms of what we want to do, some of the other games that we're going to be doing, whether it's on Twitch, whether it's on YouTube. We're going to be on both platforms doing a lot of different stuff for you guys. So I am going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek on something here as we go into the new year. I think some of you saw this the other day, but I'm going to show it to everyone. So it might twitch a little bit on the stream, so bear with me here. But I'm going to show you guys one thing that we're going to be working on Twitch. As you guys know, on Twitch, we're going to be doing a lot more with Marbles on Stream. It's a really fun game. You don't need anything. All you need is Twitch. And you type in chat, and a marble shows up on stream, and they just race with RNG, and it's the way that RNG should be fun. And so we're going to be doing that a lot more on Twitch. We're going to have other stuff that's going to be coming on YouTube, so make sure you're following us on Twitch or subscribe to us on YouTube. But I'm going to show you a sneak peek because we haven't done the morning marble races in a while because there's stuff that we're working on. And I will tell you that in the new year, we will be having official RSG Marble Race League. And that's going to be kind of our theme as we're setting up our stream and all of that. But what I'm going to try and show you guys here, let me see if this transitions correctly. So bear with me. See if this transitions.
Transition.
There we go. Okay. So the camera's off here for now. So I'm just going to turn off the camera here for a second because what I'm going to show you guys is a sneak peek into one of the things that we're going to have, which is the halftime show. So let's go ahead and watch the new RSG Marble Race League halftime show.